time again. Welcome. In a few minutes, we're going to have Taxfit a la carte, where we sit down with amazing individual and someone get their electricity bill paid by Taxfit. You do not want to miss that. Go right now, like the page, Taxfit LLC on Facebook. That time again. Welcome. In a few minutes, we're going to have Taxfit a la carte, where we sit down with amazing individual and someone get their electricity bill paid by Taxfit. You do not want to miss that. Go right now, like the page, Taxfit LLC on Facebook. time again. Welcome. In a few minutes, we're going to have Taxfit a la carte, where we sit down with amazing individual and someone get their electricity bill paid by Taxfit. You do not want to miss that. Go right now, like the page, Taxfit LLC on Facebook. Are we?
Yes, we are.
But I'm still hearing the music. Hello, hello. Good afternoon, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to Taxfit a la carte. By the way, this is the first Taxfit a la carte for 2019. So happy New Year to everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Today is a special treat. We have with us the nice agent. And there's a couple of people who told us that it will be interesting if we talk about our story. How did we build the company? How did we build our empire? How just a friendship resulted in this? And of course, we would like to share with you our business with some. So please ask your question today. It's a conversation between you and us. So before that we dive into it, Carl, I want to say for the people who are here for the first time, we created Taxfit a la carte because we believe that knowledge is priceless and nobody can take this away from you. What's going on? You're looking at me like, do I have a spider on my dress?
No, you don't have a
Okay,
spider.
okay.
I'm looking at you. You're talking. I'm looking at you. What's going on? I can't look at you.
Okay, so
This is gonna be very interesting. Hi, Natasha.
so nobody can take away from you what you know. And back in my country, we used to have those little gathering, those party, and everybody from different background, from different line of work, they meet and they talk about their line of work. And at the end of the day, you end up knowing a little bit of everything and different thing. So that's what I wanted to recreate. This is our way to give back to the community, bring to you people with different line of work, and then you can pick their brain. And hopefully you go back with something new, something more that you can take with you. So how do you win having Taxfit paying your electricity bill today? You need to like the page, share the live, like the live, And if you are the winner, you need to inbox us your electricity bill within 24 hours with the last four of your social security and the phone number associated with this account. Yes.
Natasha said she loved your hairpiece. Like, what about me? Like,
Yes,
love my
I wanted to.
glasses.
You
Like,
have something here, by the way. Let me help you.
here we go.
Thank you, Natasha. So I wanted to try something different today. Thank you for noticing. Okay.
Hi, Daphne.
All
How are
right.
you?
So
All right, here I am, Carl Christian,
happy New
aka
Year,
the Nice
Carl.
Agent. Happy New Year to you. It is a blessing. It has been a very amazing 2018, and it seems like 2019 is about to be even better.
That's right.
Um, First of all, I would like to say thank you to a lot of people that we see often on the show. Daphne, Natasha, to say a few of them, Carly, a lot of people that always tune in, and without you, the show would not be what it is today. Yes, it is true that the reason the show started is because Caroline wanted to share her wisdom and share with you what she learned from other people, and it just took off. It's been an amazing. It's like the idea was very small, and now it's like almost something that we could share tears over. Like it's amazing. And of the we pay the electricity bill, something that is very dear to me, something that matters to me a lot. As a few of you already know, the story was very not a happy moment. Um, the real estate market crash. Of course, I'm into real estate, so you can imagine people are not buying, people are not selling. Things were really tough, and at that time, I was having my beautiful daughter. Um, And yes, my wife went to the hospital, now back home after 3 days. And the the saddest things happened. Like 48 hours after my daughter got home, I could not pay my electricity bill and the electricity actually went off. And I remember I had a very, very good friend of mine. I would always hold him to my heart. I had to call him and say, hey, I have to send Liana and my wife Miriam to sleep over your house. And of course, he said yes with no problem. Um, and they went there. Now, me and my little sister, we left in the dark, and we spent about, I think, 4 days trying to figure out what we're gonna do because, and the light bill was not that much money, but at the time it looked like it was $1 million. It was $392.81. Never
Wow.
forget that. And one of my other friends that, again, I always have so many good people around me, and I always hold them to my heart. He came in and he paid that month, and now I had 30 days. I made them come back home, and 30 days I had to figure out what I'm gonna do to make sure that never happened again. And that was the decision that I made. Until today, some people would pay their rent first. Some people would pay their car payment first. Some people would pay whatever is important to them first. But in my house, the electricity bills get paid first, if not a couple of months in advance,
Wow.
because that will never happen again. Okay, that is the promise I made to my daughter, not even to myself, not even to my wife. She will never see that. Thank God, she saw it, but she didn't know recognize it, and I will never let that happen again. So yes, when you guys get to share the live, when you guys get to tell your friends about us that we can do this, it is real. It is something that we really do out of the goodness of our heart. It's something that's our way of paying back. It matters a lot to us. So yes, please share the live. Please invite your friends, tag your friends. You never know. Maybe somebody you know right now is a lot, maybe too ashamed to ask, and they are going through it. And today you could probably do that. So, yes, instead of trying to win for yourself, if you happen to not be in the necessity of it, share it. Share it a lot because somebody on your page, a friend of yours, may be going to that right now and is in need of it. So that is what I would wish for everybody in 2019. Allow somebody else that you know get some blessings, and it will come back to you tenfold.
That's right. Wow. Every time I hear that story, it's always inspiring. Um, okay, so getting in business.
Do we tell them how it started, or
Yes, let's tell them how we started.
do we do the? I'll let you guys decide. I have a very good piece for the motivational speech. It's amazing. I listened to it today. Caroline listened to it and she loved it. Do you guys want to listen to it, or you guys want us to go deep? Tell us. I want to see.
The first
The,
person who answer,
the
we go
first
with
person who
that.
answer win. Do you want us to?
I think motivational is always
It's
good.
always a good thing, but maybe today they feel like they want to hear it from us instead. But it is. No, Stefan, you're not late. You're always on time.
So do we tell them something motivational about us?
If they agree, what do they want? Do they want to hear the motivational speech? It's amazing. It's a very good speech, though. Dive in. Natasha said dive in. So, okay. People are saying that they want juicy details. Oh my God. Why
Juicy
did I see
detail.
that coming? Okay.
What juicy
I don't know.
detail?
You're telling me.
Okay.
Oh, Darbell said he wants to listen to the speech. Okay. So, all right. So I'll put the speech for a minute and we'll see. Hold on one second. Let me put it.
Hi, Magali.
Are you committed? Because without commitment, nothing happens. You have to be committed through the storm and the rain and the heartache and the pain and the disappointment, or you're not gonna make it. It's a commitment. It's not a feeling. While they was golfing, I was studying. While they was shooting hoops, I was studying. While they was playing games and sitting up and eating and joking in the restaurant, I was studying. You can't get out of something that you're not willing to put into it. You have to put your everything, your mind, your energy, your effort, your discipline, your tenacity. Nothing is going to jump out the fire. If you don't throw something in there, it's not going to happen. But if we fight every day, one of them days is going to be my day.
The only one that can stop you from winning is you. The enemy is not your neighbor. The enemy is not your coworker. Your enemy is not your boss. That enemy is staring you in the face every morning you wake up.
You forego immediate pleasure for the exchange of long-term self-respect. If you want to be happy, you have to discipline your behavior. The road to sustained happiness is through disciplining your behavior.
Easy choices, hard life. Hard choices, easy life. What we most fear doing, asking, saying, these are very often exactly what we most need to do.
The road to power is in taking responsibility. Your life is your responsibility and your responsibility alone.
You cannot get people to believe in your dream until you believe in it yourself. Stop asking people to invest in things where you have no investment. Nobody's going to put into your dream before you put in. You have to invest in what you dream for. Do you have anything that you're dreaming that you're willing to be committed to enough to see it happen? Or are you throwing pennies in the wishing well of life, wanting to receive on credit something that you're not willing to pay for? I have never met anybody who became incredibly successful in any area of their life until they had suffered and sweated and sacrificed and kept their focus and fought through tears and trials and tests. And if you have a dream and you commit to it, it will come to pass.
All right.
And we are back.
You know, my favorite part of this is when he says, you cannot ask people to invest in something you're not invested in. This is like so deep, man. You know how many times you go around and you tell people, "Oh, I want to open a bookstore," and you never even read a book. Like, people do that. People do that. You'll be surprised. People do that. So we have to invest first before we ask people to invest. And sometimes the investment doesn't have to be money. It has to be your commitment to what you want to do. It's to me, it's what's the most important thing is commitment.
Um, what I really love everything about the motivational speech, but I love when he said, "You cannot get anything out of the fire until you throw something in." So when he
Yep.
was saying that, I'm a very visual person, so I'm like, that's true.
You can't cook without putting something in.
I was like, that's true. And a lot of people, they don't put anything. They do the same thing every day and they expect different result. And that's the definition of insanity. So if you want something new, you need to be committed to your goal and you need to throw something in. So that was the part that spoke to me today. Guys, I think I made a boo boo. I was trying something new on Facebook and I started a watch party, but you're supposed to watch on the link. So I'm going to end the watch party and we go back to the link. Thank you so much.
Yes, Natasha, I'll show the live for you. I'll show the actual video, or if you want, you can WhatsApp me and I'll send it to you so you can have it on your phone. Anybody that wants to, you can WhatsApp me and I'll send it to your phone. So yes, let's
So,
start.
yes, I have people who ask me how exactly do we do because they started businesses as friends and it's not working so well. And we had to learn too and I want to share with them today a couple of pointers because that happen often that a group of people they are friends, especially if you don't have any capital to start and you're like, okay, we're going to put sweat equity because we are friends. Let's go into
That's
this.
that's the word I'm scared of the most.
Let's go into this, we do things for free and then we're going to see how that goes. And you are surprised how you didn't think that your friend is not working as much as you're working. So I want to share with them a couple of pointers that Carl and I we learned going through the hoops. The first thing that I learned is you need to define roles. Okay, so a lot of people when they get together to have a business, they think like everybody is going to do everything, and what happens is like all of you end up doing the same things. You need to have defined roles, and we had to
Yes.
learn that. So Carl has his job here, and I have my job. So I love when they ask me something that has to do with him, and I say that's not my department. Go ask him.
That's when I need to be the bad guy. Yes, I think to answer that question is the keyword, what I was saying, commitment. Um, yes, sweat equity, it's good. Sometimes it works, most of the time it doesn't. But the only way you can measure sweat equity is commitment. How do we survive the friendship myth? Commitment. Like, we do have fights, we do have moments that are very bad and we do have some great moments, but doing the bads, yes, it's happened that you feel like what's going on, we did not start like this, how we end up where we are now. But the truth is, you're watching two people that are seriously committed to this. It's like it's sickening the way that we are committed to this. It's amazing. So that is my advice to anybody. Look for somebody that can actually commit. And we're not committing is not like, oh, I like it, this is good. No, committing is when it's time to push the 4 o'clock in the morning, you're there. Committing is when it's time to not go to bed until 5 in the morning because something is has to get ready at 8. you there. That is commitment. That is, and you cannot say, I did it yesterday, I cannot do it today. No, because we have a goal. Until that goal is reached, to me, you can't say, I was tired yesterday or I'm tired today. There's no such thing. It's just you got to keep pushing. And that's what I think make us go through that, like I would say, never ending roller coaster of friendship. Because at the end of the day, we just have to remember why we started this in the first place. Somebody today asked me, how did it start? And I had to actually give them the whole story. So yeah, the story is very simple. This amazing woman called me one day and said, hey, I think it's time for us to get our own thing. And I'm like, yeah, but right now, the way I'm doing, I don't think I want to put any money out because things are not, we're just coming out of the real estate market. And I'm going to show you what commitment is. Commitment is when she showed me her bank account and she was like, I'll keep 5% of what's in there and take the 95% and go do what you do, Carl. And I'm like, there's a way that there's a risk we can lose it, right? And then she was like, no, you're not. And from that day, I committed to this. I committed to not lose that money. And of course, today we are, I wouldn't say multiply, but I'll give a number that you guys don't know. But the other day we were actually discussing it. We grew that money over 2,000%. Wow. In 3 years. So it is something that, you gotta, it doesn't happen every day. And I always look at her and I said, yeah, you need to applaud yourself. I need to applaud myself. We need to applaud each other because it's not every day that two friends can come along and take a buck and turn it into $2,000. It's just not, So you have to be proud of yourself. I salute you for your dedication, the work that you put out. It's people like you don't comes around often.
Natalie Paul said, I think the laugh has to do also when your partner is fun. My people, my favorite.
My people's. Yeah, I have to. If we don't joke a lot, it's the atmospheres get pretty cramped. So I have to break the rules from time to time. I play, a bunch of prank on the girls. I would come in and just started dancing or go to witness like we're on a boot camp. Like I do that because we get to a point where we work so much that the tension start building and you have to break it down so people can feel like, the reason why we started is we were having fun. That was the bottom line.
Daphne is asking, how do we meet?
How did we meet? Okay, Daphne. I don't know. I remember exactly how we met.
Yeah, really?
Yes, I do. There was a time where the bank wanted people to take pictures of their properties, and then that is called BPO, broker price opinion. And I was doing my thing, trying to get a few pictures, trying to get off the ground, and then what happened is I saw this woman on Facebook. Every time she's gonna take a picture, she's like taking selfies, smiling, and then me, I'm sweating in my car trying to take a picture. Like I'm like, why is this woman so happy? So the business guy, I'm like, maybe I should call her and see if we can partner, and then we'll do more business. And I didn't inbox you. I actually called you. I don't know. I think I found the number and I called you.
I don't remember that one.
You see? I called you and then I said, hey, can we meet? Because I see you doing a lot of BPOs. Can we meet? And we met actually, I remember Sheridan on I-75 where the movie theater is. There's a Japanese restaurant and we met in there. And then we sat down and then we're talking. And I said, yeah, I see you doing very well doing our BPOs and stuff. And she was like, yeah, I do okay. And I'm like, okay, no problem. And I'm like, so how many do you do? Because now I'm trying to picture what am I going to see how the partnership is going to start. And I think you said you were doing about like 40 a month or something like that. And then she said, yeah, I'm doing 40 a month. And then she's like, super. And then she was like, so what about you? And I'm like, wow, this is a problem. I cannot tell. So she's like, yeah, tell me what about. And I'm trying to run away from the subject. Yes, I need to know. How many do you do so we can see? And I'm like, 2000? And at that point,
shocked.
yeah, you could see her face. She was like, how do you do it? Like,
I thought I was all good with my 40. That's a
and,
lot.
and that's the way the first partnership started. It's with those BPOs. We still try to make it happen in real estate. And actually, somebody asked me today when it comes to it, like, which one of the businesses that I like the most, which one makes me the most money. And I tell everybody, like, I can't pick about love because I'm an entrepreneur by trade. Like, it has nothing. I love real estate. It's one of my passion. But if you ask me to pick between the two businesses, is they are so completely different, and I get to experience both sides of two different business. Um, I don't think I can pick. Can you pick which one you love the most?
I think I pick us.
Yeah.
That's about the
and
team.
money wise, yes, up to date, I would say real estate has been more fruitful. Real estate did us very good. We can't complain. The idea is to get the tax to surpass that, and that's what we're trying to do. So yes, but again, I cannot say it's not about the real estate itself. It's about the way we partner. It's the way that she can take a person, send it at me, and I turn that person into a closing. Or, I can take some person that needs tax and she can turn it into a tax client. It's rotating. And what I was telling my friend when he asked me, and I'm like, believe it or not, I don't know how to read a 1040. I don't know. I'm still calling her and say, what is that person income like? And that is something that I want to make very clear. I don't do taxes. I just manage the business on the back end to make sure everything is good, everything is running great. It doesn't take any time from my real estate business. It does not block my real estate business. Like an example, we are in tax season and it's been one of my best months in the past, probably I'll say a year and a half. So yeah, we have such a great system that it does not, my real estate does not affect her ability to do taxes. Her taxes does not affect my ability to sell real estate.
Natasha is on the road there with her question. She said, I know the partnership has multiplied 2,000 times. However, has there ever been a downfall to it? Have you ever thought of separating?
That is a big one. You want to answer it?
Why you're tired of talking?
I'm not tired of talking. Okay, I'll answer.
Okay, a partnership is like a marriage. You think of separating every day. That's what I have to say.
I'll go further.
You're committed. And
Does it ever cross your mind to actually go your separate ways? I don't think it actually crossed my mind to actually go my separate way. I would say what crossed my mind would be, would she do better without me? And if I have to sacrifice myself, so I'll do it in a heartbeat. And that is basically what crossed my mind from time to time. Because sometimes we do have clashes, we do fight, and at the time that we do, even if we tried our hardest to keep working, but you can see that there's a little bit of deviation. That's when the downfall starts, and our job is to pick each other back up and pull it out of the fire to say, hey, remember we started something here, and we survive all of those things, and I think we are stronger, better than ever every time we get out of them. I hope it stops. I want it to stop.
it's like having a sibling.
Yeah, that is basically what it is. It's like literally it's you and your sister or your brother in a room and there's only one toy. And sometimes we're gonna fight. So that is basically what it is.
She said, any regrets? None.
Oh no.
Whatsoever.
No, if you ask me to do this again, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Over and over again.
It was the best decision.
It was the best decision I've ever made in my life. It's business wise, of course, I have to say that, but it was a really, really, really good decision, and we turned it.
Yeah.
We turned it. We
I
made
mean,
it
I would
happen.
not have it any other way. I'm excited every day to come to my office. I mean, I'm excited to see the crew every day. And believe it or not, I mean, we are always talking to each other. She's saying, you guys have an amazing friendship. Um, what is the best memory of your business partnership? What is the best memory?
Indira.
What is the best memory?
of your partnership. Um,
Hmm.
wow, there's so many of them. Um, obviously, you guys know that we do a lot of things for each other on a personal level, like gifts and stuff. But on the partnership, I would say my best memory would be actually when we were signing the lease for the third office. That's what I would say. That was when I realized that, my God, we're growing. And when we signed that lease, and then I'm looking at the space, and I'm like, and she trusted me. She could not understand what we're gonna do, how she was like, okay, you just design it, and I did. And when I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, we're gonna have a desk for this employee, this employee, this employee, and before you know it, here we are having so many employees, and I'm like, my God, like, wow, we almost have a floor in the building. This is crazy. So that was one of my best memories. The day we signed that lease, and we did not even scratch our head on how we're going to make the lease payment, because when we started, we could not even afford an office. We had a desk inside somebody's office. And to me, that growth, it was the significance of it. That was the thing that actually got me first.
Well,
Yeah.
my best memory of the partnership is where it bring us, because I remember at one point that I couldn't even um pay my phone bill, okay, like a $50 bill, and then the day that this business allowed me to pay everything yearly, I'm like,
No, I have to say this, okay? Yes, it's true. I remember she called me and she was like, hey, I need to pay my bill. And then it was 50 something dollars. And I'm said, of course, I got you. Don't worry about it. And today, she has full phones. Like, yeah,
it's for the business.
yeah,
I don't have
yeah. I keep saying that. She has full phones. And every time I see her with two in this and two in that, and I'm like, yeah, $50.
It's all for the business. But what I have to say is a lot of things that I envisioned and that I dreamed about, they coming to reality, because that's the way that I envision myself. I want to be able to pay all the bills per year so I can think about how I'm going to make next year better, not thinking on a monthly basis, I cannot find the money to pay my bills. And that partnership has accomplished that. So that's my best memory, the day that I was able to sign the lease and pay everything. The landlord think we are the best tenants here.
Oh yeah, definitely. I love Ayash. Ayash, kudos to you, man. Somebody asked, do you guys believe in God? Go
Yes.
first. Oh yes.
I
Okay.
believe in God, the higher spirit,
Yes. God takes the very first place in everything you do.
my ancestors.
I know, to me, I don't think that people don't believe in God. People believe in other things that they could probably call their God or whatever. But me, I believe in, yes, God, you call it Jesus Christ. I was raised Catholic, so I believe that He is always watching above. And yes, those moments that you have, those hard times, there's something that always pull you out of those hard times. There's always something that reminds you of your commitment, and I always believe it is Him. So that is my way of saying yes, I do believe in God.
Yeah. You cannot say there's not a higher power. I mean,
Sorry, I just
every
really
time that you wake up, think about that. Every time you go to sleep, you don't know how you wake up. I'm always amazed about that. Because going to sleep is almost the same effect when they put you under anesthesia and you wake up.
Uh, uh, No, we don't want to go into this every day.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
That is true, though. That is
Waking
true.
up.
That is true.
Okay, you're good.
That is true.
Everything is functioning.
Yes.
You know, I realize how we take everything
For granted.
for granted when something is not working.
That's true.
You know,
That's
because
true.
I remember one day I wanted to start exercising again, and then I had something in my foot, and I'm like, oh my God, those feet were here, and I was just taking them for granted. Now I want to exercise, and I cannot do it.
That's true.
So I think we should celebrate everything that's good about
We have a
us.
question. Mr.
Yeah.
Crusoe asks, who throws the best party?
Okay, I have to say me, and then
Really?
and then Carl copy me. You know,
I copy you.
it takes notes.
No, I think I win that crowd.
Really?
Come on.
exactly
Come
you won
on.
that
Come
crowd?
on. I did. I did.
I've been with
No,
that
we need
for
to have
many
we need to
years.
have a poll. We need to have a poll and see because I think I did. You know, like no, that last party was off the chain.
No, that last party. I'm sorry.
She was shocked. I got her big time.
I was shocked. And he didn't let me do my hair. He knew there was a surprise, right? And he was with me in the morning. And I said, I'm going to do my hair. And he didn't say, yeah, I think it's a good idea. I said, no. He let me show up in that party like almost, I don't know. There's some other question. Natasha is asking, what was your biggest business accomplishment together? Well, as of yet, I cannot say what was our biggest accomplishment because we are so ambitious. It's like we're always looking forward. Carl is 10 years ahead, and sometimes I try to like keep him in the present. But we always.
I think I have to say, because today is wisdom and we have to give you advice. Like she said, I plan 10 years. I have my data, my Excel sheet, my numbers. I even know which desk I'm gonna buy on year 5, on year 6, on year 10. It's crazy. And I think our biggest accomplishment is one day her and I were doing our year end, and I'm not gonna say which year was it. And then we're sitting down and we're putting the numbers together, blah blah. And we pull up my sheet and we pull up the actual what happened. And it's amazing. They mirrored each other that day.
Yes.
And then she was like, wow, you said it was going to happen. And yes, so my what I would say to you is always put things in writing. Okay.
Yes. That's very
Don't go crazy like say I'm gonna land on the moon. You know this is not something that you're gonna be able to achieve anytime soon. So don't put it. But if you want to turn $10 into $100, write it down on how. You know, and make it happen. And one thing I was telling today on my showings, we were talking about America as the place that could really turn people's dream into reality. And it is true. It doesn't. You don't need to become a doctor for you to do this. You don't need to become a lawyer for you to do that. You don't need to become a realtor for you to do this. Find your trade, fall in love with it, and learn it every day. Because you know how to cook doesn't make you the best cook. What makes you the best cook is you always keep learning how to cook. That is what it is. If you learn how to cook an egg in 1980, I'm sorry, you don't know how to cook an egg because they change.
Me, what I would say is stop thinking about the obstacles first. Like Carl and I, we never think about how exactly we're going to accomplish this. First, we said we're going there. And then believe me, we're going to find a way to go there and end up there. So I realize that a lot of people, they never have their dream even start because they're thinking about all the obstacle that can happen. Stop thinking in terms of obstacle. Just act like you already have it. And I have a belief. If I see one person do it, that means I can do it one step further.
Somebody just asked, do we have any plans on going outside the international? All right, so I'm the one that designed the business plan. Taxfit is definitely gonna go global. The nice agent is gonna remain within the United States. About Taxfit, all I have to say is wait 2020. It's gonna be an amazing year. The nice agent is gonna take a little bit of time, but yes, we do have the intention of growing. Obviously, we proved that that's all we've been doing is growing, growing, growing. I think we never stop growing because life itself, like human being, we can't stay put because our body, our mind, it's growing or disintegrating.
That's
It
right.
does not stay put. So I focus on the growing part because the going down is not good. So that is yes, we are gonna go there. Hi Cynthia Florimore.
Okay.
Somebody voted for me for my party. Okay, I'm just saying. I
Who
read it.
voted for
Yeah,
you?
somebody voted for me.
Maybe
Okay, I did.
not everybody know the parties. Maybe we should explain to them, okay? And Zira want me to say that she's an angel sent from God.
Oh yes. No,
Okay,
no,
and Zira, okay.
no. I'm gonna say this that when it comes to picking the people that worked with us, yeah, Indira was the very first best decision that we ever made when it comes to picking someone. She's just amazing. Like that girl is kudos to you. you
Yes,
know?
she survived the interview because let me tell you, Carl doesn't give easy interviews. Okay? He scare you. I'm like, why are you scaring the people? I remember one time we were interviewing a couple of people, and then the girl got so scared she didn't come back.
That's true. I remember that girl. I remember that.
Anyway,
You gotta have the stomach. What is your biggest fear, Karoll-Ann?
My biggest fear is not achieving the best version of me. That's my biggest fear. To have so much potential and not reaching it. What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is to do all of this in vain. Like you get to a point where you have something in your head that you want to accomplish, and you basically, I'm gonna tell everybody, my idea is to put my footprint in the world. It's not Taxfit, it's not the nice agent. It's those are the engine I'm gonna use to do what I really want to do, to put my footprint in the world, to do what I believe every human being was meant to do on earth, which was helping others. It's serving others. That's what we're supposed to do, serve people. And that's what I want to do. So I want to actually put my footprint. So if I do all of this for 10 years, 15 years, and at the end of the day, God calls me home and I didn't have a chance to do that, that is my biggest fear. So that's why you see me every day. I'm running towards that goal. I never say I'm too tired. I never say I need a vacation. I never say, because I need to make sure I get to that level and to achieve that. That's why we have it.
Oh, I like that. Someone asked, Karoll-Ann, can you say that Carl help you dream bigger? Did you? This is okay. The way that I can describe this, and I don't know if everybody saw that movie, but I'm a big fan of X-Men, right? And in X-Men, I don't remember what is his name, but you have that guy that his eyes or that big fire that can destroy everything,
yeah,
reach everything,
I know
that is
who, but I forgot his
superpower.
name.
Okay? So that's me.
Which one, Ben? Cyclops. Yeah.
Cyclops, yes. And then he has really an amazing power. And then the professor helped them have those glasses so he can use his power when is appropriate and he can control it and really focus it. So that's what I would say. I dream big. Carl is my glasses.
Did she just call me Raven?
So it just helped me really laser focus because before us being together, I was just all over the place. And I know I'm throwing so many stuff in there, but I believe in astrology, and that's the sign of the Sagittarius. You're like so much potential, but a lot of us don't end up anywhere because we cannot just harness that.
Focus.
And I think that Carl complete me in this. So
Oh wow. Two
what?
questions. Mary Paul is asking, do you believe in multiple streams of income? Do you see yourself starting investing in more businesses? That's basically what she was talking about. Yes, I do believe in multiple stream of income. I do not believe in multiple work. Do you see what that's the difference. Most people believe that they can be the realtor, the tax preparer, the general contractor, the janitor. I don't believe in that. You can't. I'm sorry. This is where that's what you were saying about the cyclop, glasses. I don't believe in anything that you have to multiply yourself into multiple people for you to achieve. No. Investing and working is two different things.
That's right.
Investing means you put your dollar somewhere. The dollar is doing what it's supposed to do to multiply itself, hiring other people, going to buy other stuff without you doing anything. That is investing. So yes, I would have to have a million different income like that. But working is when I wake up, you call me and you say, Carl, show me your property. I go, I show your property, and that's me working for my money, for my cap, for my income. So that's where I always tell everybody, you have to be able to differentiate the multiple income stream. A lot of people think they just have to do multiple stuff, because that's why I started. The first thing I said, I don't do taxes. I don't, and I don't want to do taxes. Sometimes she even tell me, Carl, you need to learn. What if something? No, I don't. I don't want to learn. Because the minute I do,
I haven't told you that a long time.
I know. The minute I do, I'm not going to be able to do real estate perfectly.
It took me time to understand what he was saying, because at the beginning, when we got together, that's the way I was. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And you think magically each of those things going to bring you $1 million. But what I realized is you're never going to excel at anything if you spread yourself too thin.
That's true.
That's the truth.
That is a great book about this that is called The E-Myth Revisited from Michael Berger. You guys should read it. E-Myth Revisited from Michael Berger. Cynthia Florimont asks, if someone lost everything one day, do you think it's possible to start all over again?
Ta-da!
The part that I haven't told anybody is what happened before that electricity bill could not get paid. Today again, because I met with a long-term friend of mine. We met since high school, and we were talking today, and I was telling him, I came in this country with $65 in my pocket. No green card, IRS, you can come. Immigration, you can come. I'm good now, okay? No green card, no nothing, $65. And I was supposed to stay with my aunt and figure my stuff out. And in 5 years, I was really well off. I was really good. I did not think that something could throw me off. I thought I was untouchable. I thought it was... I really, when they said the American dream, I made it. In 5 years, everything was exactly the way I wanted them to be. Everything I pictured, multiple houses, multiple cars, and I'm going to tell you, I was too young. I didn't have the maturity for it. I was not ready, which is something Karoll-Ann always tell me. People are not ready until they're ready. I was not ready. You could have told me that, and I would tell you no. And I lost everything. The only thing I had left was one house and one car that was not even working properly. And I had to start from there. Like, I just came back in this country with $65 in my pocket. And at this time, I didn't even have 65 because I owe money instead. And I had to build it back up. I remember how I got out. It's my ego. I always said, I had an ex-girlfriend at the time. And then I called her and I'm like, look, this is what's going on. I think I'm going to have to go back to Haiti. This is really sad. And then obviously her and I was not on good terms, and she didn't know why I called her. And she told me, And I never forget that. And I'm happy she did. Okay. She said, "Isn't that real estate you love? Real estate got you into this. You love real estate too much." And I said, "All right, real estate is going to get me out." And I started back from zero. I was earning $8 to do something that related to real estate just to get back on my feet. So, yes, Cynthia, you can get back up. It's just you have to believe that everybody, name them, the Obamas, the Trump, the JP Morgan Chase, everybody went down for one point. All of them. And then all they had to do is get back up. So you're no different and you can do this. There's nothing wrong with that. Find the right people next to you. You know, if you were going down, a lot of people are going down with you. That doesn't make them the best kind of friends for you, because you need somebody that is up to pull you up. So that's what I would say.
What I would add is, while you're down, focus on you're here. As long as you're breathing, something can change. And the second is, never underestimate. It's okay to take a step back, because I know a lot of people who just lost it because, like he's saying, it's coming from making a six-figure income, and he goes to work for $8 an hour for a minute. And some people get lost there because they don't agree that they're going back there. It's okay to take a step back, as long as you have your dream and you know this is temporary. That's what I will. That's my
True.
advice.
I agree with that.
Be okay to take a step back.
Stefan Batcher says, any advice on where to invest? There's only one place you should invest first. In between your ears. All right? Invest in you. Find out what you like, what you love, what you're passionate about. Go invest in knowing this trade better than anybody else. People do not pay you because you do a work. People pay you because you are worth something. So the only way to increase your value is with knowledge. You can have 10 lawyers specialize in the same thing, bankruptcies. One of them charge $600 an hour. The other one charge $50 an hour. The $600 an hour guy, just make sure he's worth more. He brought his value up to $600. You know, so that's what I was saying. He's the guy that probably goes to seminars every single day. He's the guy that probably have a library of books. He's the guy that have the friends, the everybody that he's supposed to have next to him. So he's worth that much. So invest in you first, and then from there, every other door will open. That's my advice when it comes to investing.
Actually, while you were talking about your story of losing, I just realized my parents, they also lost everything, and they taught me how you can get back up. So my dad was a very important member of the government. We have beautiful house in Haiti, 8 bedroom and everything. And because something happened and someone that has a lot of power decided it will never work again in Haiti, so we all had to migrate here, okay? And we for like many years we slept in 1 bedroom. There was like 5 of us, the cousins also. So you can get back up when you lose everything. So my dad teach me that. He came from directing a government to being a school bus driver. And he did it with the same happiness. Let's go, we're going to build it back up. And now
That's
it's okay.
it. Yeah, he's good. I love your dad. Will you do real estate forever, Carl?
I love real estate. I love you do
Yeah, she wants me to. She wants me to. She wants me to. She does, but I believe real estate is, there's so many different, it's like being a doctor. There's so many different branches in real estate. I think I'll be doing something like probably still buying, because I do buy and invest and sell properties. So I'll probably keep doing that. But showing properties, yeah, I'm seeing one day I'm going to stop. There's no doubt about it, because it does take a lot on your body. It does take a lot on your brain. You get tired. You're never home. You are constantly working. If you are there, you're not there because you're always thinking. So yeah, it's gonna get to a point where I'm gonna slow down on that. But probably buying properties, fix them up. I love that. I'll probably keep doing it. That's probably where I would be.
And then helping our agent, because he has a lot of wisdom to share, and him showing properties is taking away from a lot wisdom that it could share with our agent. So yeah, I see you in that. Natasha asks, Carol, are you going to pursue real estate further or focus solely on taxes? Yes, Carl, believe that I should not do multiple things. We said
Yeah,
that from the
that
beginning.
answers that question.
Yeah, that answered that question.
We are going to pay somebody's electricity bills. Do not forget. I know we are getting off and on with all the questions. But please stay with us. We are gonna pick somebody. Somebody said, Carl, what is Karoll-Ann's biggest strength?
Oh,
Attention to details. Yo, that is her strength. Like she if she has to take notes, she's gonna take them with all the commas, with all the dots. So that is her strength. She got an attention to detail that is amazing. That's where I'm lacking, because I'm like big, and she sometimes find that little dot that I need to make me go further. So yes, that's what I would think.
we complete each other.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Everything is learning experience. We fall, but we get fair. Getting back up is true. Oh, I want to say thank you for being a good friend, Carl. Yes, a lot of years, a lot of memories. Cynthia. Carl, being that you see homes daily, are you working towards a dream home, or are you satisfied with what you have already? This is something that is a lot of people ask me, when are you going to buy a house? I see so many properties. I can't pick what I love because it's amazing. I only have one thing that I want in my house, which is what I have now, but I would love to move one day, but I want to be able to take a shower and watch the water, meaning the lake or the beach or something. And that is not something that they build often. So the way that they position the properties, the master bathroom is always on the opposite side of the view. So it's not really.
So you would have to have like no neighbors and that.
Yeah,
beach,
that
no
is
neighbors.
my thing. So
Okay.
so yeah, I'm content. I love my home. It's not the biggest home in the world, but I love it. I am content. Am I gonna move? Probably. I believe in moving because staying put is like basically letting the money, whatever equity you make, if you keep that property right there, it's just gonna reuse it again. So if you do make money on your property, it's been more than 5 years, I think yes, you should probably upgrade or move to a different area or something like that. So I will probably move. I can see that happening. Hey, Michelange, how are you, man?
Business wise, financially, take care of the business first. Because a lot of people
That's true.
at the beginning,
That's
they
true.
think that they're building a business to take care of their lifestyle. And that's not. Your lifestyle should come last. Because guess what? If your baby is not alive, or you're the vehicle that you have to produce money is not well, how far you think you're gonna go? So we do that here.
You're right.
Everything for the business
The
first.
business is your baby.
Yeah.
Basically, think about your child, and then that's your business. I'm telling you, it's like an example. If you're in an airplane and the mask drop, they tell you put yours first. And I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure 99% of the time, a dad or a mom would actually not do it.
I think so
That's just
too.
the way it is. So the business is your child. You take care of it first. The business is well taken care of, and then after that, you go scratch for every penny you can get. I'm not gonna build a house. I built 3 houses in my lifetime. It was 3 nightmares. I'm not doing that again.
He is going to write a book, guys, because
Okay.
you have no idea of
The
many
stories I have
crazy
is
stories. So
amazing.
since we always do let's share a crazy story. Why don't you share the crazy
They
story
know most of
the
them.
cats in the house? I love that story.
The cats.
He bought a house.
Oh
that
yes,
he didn't
Connecticut.
see.
I bought a house in Connecticut. I bought a house in Connecticut. I almost moved to Connecticut, but somebody forgot to tell me it was cold. So I bought a house, a very big house. I thought it was a great deal. So I bought it sight unseen. And when I went to see the house 3 weeks later, I saw a big red tape on it. I'm used to those things. I'm like, whatever. Probably there's no kitchen, whatever. I'll deal with that. But I forgot it's a new state. It's not Florida. So when I went in, I saw a bunch of cats in there, and then I just closed the door back. So I called the people on the red tape, which was the city. And the guy told me, like, yeah, you're going to have to demo that property. It's deemed inhabitable. And I'm like, what do you mean I have to demo the property? Because I paid $600,000 for that home, like, you know.
Cash.
So yeah. So I'm like, what do you mean? It was like, yep, because, and I didn't know, cats poop is like bats poop, like it's actually toxic. So because they had well above 300 cats in that
Oh
property,
my God.
and it stays for so long, the city decided that that property has to be demoed. They would not let anybody build it, remodel it. So yeah, I lost a pretty chunk of money, but lesson learned: don't buy property sight unseen in a different state. No good. So yeah, but we have those stories. I'll give you one story, and then we can go to the FPL. I remember when we were doing MPOs, one of those bank called me and says, Carl, we need you to go down to Homestead to look at a property. And I'm like, what's going on? Oh, that lady, we want to take her house, but she's saying the house is worth $300,000. We believe it's worth 180. And I'm like, that's a big gap. What's going on? So I went to the house, beautiful greenhouse, white garage door. I remember that. And I knock on the door and she opened the door. She was like, thank God this ain't you. Come and see my house. I don't understand what they're talking about. And I'm going to tell you, the floor was marble. The kitchen, when I walk in, it was beautiful. And I told the lady, okay, I'm taking pictures. And then she opened the bathroom door. The first thing that caught my attention is I see 4 sinks. You know, and I'm like, that's the first, like, 4 sinks. Usually it's 2, you know, like, and I'm like, okay, maybe people are extra sometimes. And I turn to the left. People, I'm telling you, I cannot invent those things. There was 2 toilets right next to each other. Like, you know?
I don't think you understand what you're saying.
Yeah, 2 toilets, 2 WCs, exactly next to each other, like, you know, we're doing our business and we high-fiving. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, what happened? And she was like, yes, I just broke the wall in between and make the bathrooms one.
She didn't care that was one big bathroom.
And because it's one big bathroom, to her the property is worth more. So of course the bank was right. That is what they call, I think they have a term for it in Wilson, I forgot. But basically you don't do that. Do not do that, okay?
I just had a visual. I'm very visual.
Don't visual that.
When people talk to me, that's the way. Is it like this for you? When people talk to me,
I don't want to visual that.
Everything that you tell me is like a little movie going in my head. So I just picture people high-fiving doing their business. Ew. Oh my God. Anyway, guys.
All right, somebody asked, where would my dream to live? Where would I want to live?
Oh, that's an interesting
that's a very
I can
easy.
tell you guys.
That's an easy one. I talk about it all the time.
Yes.
Cabarete, Dominican Republic. I want to have a house on the water. That is my dream. That's where I want to live.
That's your dream?
That is it. That's it.
That's
Nothing
not
else.
your
I don't
dream.
want. What do you mean? Where I want to live? Oh, that's where I want to live.
Don't listen to him. He wants to live on an island. Okay.
Where nobody can get me. That is not the dream. That is when I want to run away.
Okay, that's where he wants to live. That's what I hear every day. He wants to buy an island. He build it. And then very few people will be allowed.
All right, let's roll with the FPL bill.
Yes, guys, have you been sharing that live? Have you been enjoying yourself? We can talk to them forever.
I know.
Right?
It's been more than an hour.
Yes.
We're talking. But somebody said they want the employees to talk about us now. No.
For you, I know they have only nice things to say.
I
love your boss.
yeah, because every time they ask her for something, she was like, "No, you have to ask Carl."
Listen, long time ago, my mom explained to me when you have a partner, that's what the partner is for. Everything that you don't want to answer, you blaming on him. So I've been doing that. If you want something, I don't know, I have to ask Carl. Carl said no.
All right, so I think we answered almost every questions. Um, my number for the electricity bill, it's a number that is dear to me. If people knows me, they will probably know that I will pick it. Um, my father-in-law, unfortunately, he did get murdered in Haiti, and I did not get a chance to meet him. And the stories I hear about this guy is amazing, and I would actually love to meet him, but it did not happen. And I carry his birthday with me almost everywhere I go. So my number would be 110.
What birthday is that?
1010, that's his birthday.
Wow.
All right, so we have a winner. Marie Natalie Paul.
Congratulations, Natalie. She's not the first time winner.
Oh, yeah, she's always winning.
I would not say always, but but hey, it pays off when you watch Taxfit a la carte.
All the time.
That was a great first episode of the year. Guys, I hope that you had a great holiday. This is a new year. It's a new blank slate, 365 days where you can write a whole new chapter of your life. So go for it. Because I'm going for it.
Anything you guys need, please do not hesitate. You can iMessage us. You can WhatsApp us or text us. We'll be more than happy to guide you if you need help with some business ideas. That is what we are here for. We don't mind sharing it. I believe in sharing. Like Zig Ziglar would always tell you, the best way to get what you want is to have enough people get what they want.
Yes.
And if you believe, I live by this rule. Okay, I live by it. I'm always looking for a way to help somebody. I'm always doing that.
And true successful people like to share. I read that in a book. I think you
yes.
They like to share.
Yeah,
so
they actually do.
Never hesitate if you see someone who is making it where you would like to go. If it's really someone that's successful, they will want to share their knowledge. So
Mishka said she wants a redo of this episode. Really?
Look at my little thing.
Thank you for watching. We love you guys. Please come do your taxes. If you have any real estate needs, of course, I'm always here for you. We love you. That is the foundation of our businesses. It's love. We step on it every single day like a ladder, and we keep going higher and higher and higher. So you are part of our family. You are who makes us who we are. So thank you for being a supporters, fans. Thank you for being clients. Thank you for trusting us. We're not perfect. We do make mistakes. We admit. We accept them. But one thing we do, and I always tell everybody, Karoll-Ann will make a mistake when it comes to me. I know that. But it will never be negligence or intentional. That I know. Okay? And that's the way that we do our business here. So if you do have a friend that says we made a mistake, or if you ever heard, yes, we're not perfect, but we do fix them. We do work towards them. And that is the reality of how we built a business. Because if somebody tells you they are the best and they never made a mistake, they're probably not the best.
So I will leave them with that. They took out the IRS from the shutdown. So they will be accepting taxes on January 28th, and Taxfit is already open. We have been doing taxes since last week. We are open from Monday to Sunday to accommodate everyone that wants to have their taxes ready to be submitted on the 28th.
That's it.
All right, guys. Love you.
Take care.
Bye.